Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's Serena Curran founder of Wisely Wealthy Spiritual Business School. And today we're talking about missing links to more money with ease. And today's topic is receptivity. And what's going to be different about this is I'm going to talk to you about some of the barriers to receptivity and actually give you some tips and tools to be able to become more receptive, and talk about why that's so very important. So, if you're not receptive, you can't receive money, opportunities, clients, ideas, inspirations. None of those things are available to you as long as your receptivity is blocked, or if your receptivity is, even if your receptivity isn't blocked, you can always cultivate more receptivity. And the more receptivity you have, the easier it is for you to make money with ease, make more money with ease. So that's what I'm all about. And so that's what I want to talk about with you today. There's a few, there's a number of things that can block your receptivity, but we'll talk about a few today. Among them are things like the need to be in control. So that's a really common thing. The idea that you have to know what's going to happen, and you have to plan it all out, and you have to need to be in control of it, and so that kind of blocks you from being able to receive anything else. But we'll talk a little bit about how to fix that. Fear. I'm afraid of what might happen, or if I'm afraid of something I might be asked to do. That's another way that we block the receptivity, that we never have to know about those things. We don't have to deal with it. Certainty, being sure that you already have the answers, being sure that you know the way, being sure that if you follow a particular program, or a particular, not program so much, but like a scheme or a series of steps, if you follow them particularly, you're certainly going to get the outcome that you think you want. Or self-deprecation. So all of those things, the need to control, fear, certainty, and self-deprecation, all keep you from being as receptive as you might be able to be. And so some of the ways that you can cultivate more receptivity is to just let go and to practice letting go. So when you feel yourself having a desire to control or wanting to make sure that something turns out a certain way, you can really just be aware that you're doing that. I mean, awareness is always like 95% of everything. And then decide that you're gonna let go. I'm gonna let go. So you don't have to make sure that everybody does X, Y, Z, or that you even do X, Y, Z. That you can let go and allow yourself to flow with at whatever you're receiving. So this means maybe planning. You don't want your plans to be too rigid, so that you have ability to let go and move on to something else. Or you just have to have that ability that if you start down a certain path, and you think this is the way it is, and you want to be in control, that you can, and it's not working, that you can stop and let go and say, oh, what is it I need to know here? What is it I need to receive? What am I not seeing that would help me to be able to resolve this situation or this challenge? With regards to the second one of fear, it's really about finding ways to help yourself to feel more safe or to be safe. So when you find a fear, let's say it's a fear of the unknown, if I let go and I'm receptive, what might possibly be asked of me? What could possibly happen? And so there's a couple of ways that you can, you can look at that by looking at what you're telling yourself about it, and realizing that you're always safe. And this is another thing, that we do live in a benevolent universe, and you're always going to be safe, and reminding yourself of that. You can look at some old wounds where you might have been unsafe and you're still carrying that fear with you. These are all kinds of ways of managing your energy. And this is something that we work with in my new program, More Money with Ease. But there's certainly ways for you can journal about it, and you can describe what you're feeling, and that helps to process it. But you want to actually face those fears and process them. The third one was certainty. So that's kind of fun. You can again, that's can be related to safety, certainty. I'm sure it's going to be this way. It can be a way of thinking. It can be a mindset. But, one thing is to look at kids and how they are very curious, and they're always looking around at everything and wanting to know, and just beginning to cultivate curiosity for yourself. Like, I wonder what would happen if. I wonder if I did this, what would happen. I wonder if there's another way of doing this. Just getting the place of wondering and allowing that to expand, so that you're allowing more receptivity as you're doing that. And then the fourth one we talked about was self-deprecation, where that's about self-worth issues, or putting yourself down, or thinking you're not worthy to receive. And again, this comes back to that very foundational thing of loving yourself, and of accepting yourself, self-acceptance, of, instead of like saying, focusing on something that you've done incorrectly, be okay with it. There's no one here that's perfect. Oh, I made that mistake. Oh, well, I won't do that again. Or, oh, I made a mistake again. Well, next time I'll do better. Or just being okay, or being okay with who you are. And also, that feeling of making yourself first in your own life. And this gets into boundaries, and it gets into other things. And again, all of these topics that we talk about in More Money with Ease, not only talk about, but we work through, and we do healing on, and we have exercises and processes to work with them. But there's always that awareness that you're not being kind to yourself, and you're not being accepting of yourself. And these things will not allow you to be more receptive, and will interfere with your being able to do your business and to make more money with ease. So I hope that you got some tips out of here that you can use. I ask you that if you're interested, you want to learn more about the More Money with Ease program, please drop me an emoji below, or drop me an email at sparkles@serenacurran.com. And as always, please leave comments and questions below. I love to communicate with you, and have a beautiful day.